So going on to an album that pulls from all over the world, and we have had some time to sit on said album.
Oh, here we
Our
go.
boy Eddie. Ed Sheeran.
Who's going first? Are we gonna go rock, paper, scissors for who gets to go first?
I'll go first because I'm just gonna get.
Okay, just let it off.
I'm gonna get being crucified out the way because I've got used to this now.
Just let it off.
So the first time I listened to this, I thought it was awful.
Mm-hmm.
The second time, I listened to it, I kind of like went in with it with more of an open mind. I was like, okay, this isn't what I was expecting from looking at the features and the track list. I think that was there, that gassed me up. That gave me a false sense of what was happening.
Okay.
When you look at it as, this is an Ed Sheeran album. It's nobody else. It's Ed Sheeran, and it has and it has features on it.
Ed Sheeran and some of his friends.
Yeah, Ed Sheeran, some of his friends,
Ed
in
and
the park.
friends.
Like, you're not mad at it. Like an Ed Sheeran fan will not be mad at this album because it sounds very Ed Sheeran.
Hey, don't speak for me.
Yeah, I'm gonna say the typical Ed Sheeran fan, the one that's not normally clued in.
You're the one who explained them as the Fiat 500 gang.
Yeah.
Yeah, like the people that aren't clued
Felt like being a
into
dick.
more like deeper into like hip
them
hop
basic
culture and everything. Like this album, I feel like was more for them.
Yeah.
Because if it, like anyone that is gonna spend money and go and listen to an Ed Sheeran concert, taking you out of this.
Thank you.
But
It's a great show.
this is the kind of sound that they want. So if you take away the fact that if you take away the track list, so we didn't see all of these features on, and you listen to it, you're gonna be like, that's a good Ed Sheeran album. It's not great. It's not gonna make you feel any type of way, but you're just gonna be like, this sounds like an Ed Sheeran album. Oh, and he's got a few guys rapping on it. Now, when you look deeper into that, I feel like this is him trying to show his fans that are his core fans now that have made him all these millions. That this is where I came from. This is the SBTV that I came from. I still chill with Stormzy. I'm still like the other day going on fucking bike rides with Dave at like 1 a.m.
True.
Like
that was big.
It was like, this is what I like. So I'm going to incorporate that into my music. But I know that you're not a fan of that. So I'm going to try and give you
it's making hip hop digestible for the Fiat 500.
Yeah.
He just mixed veg into a recipe for a kids.
Yeah,
that's what he did.
Like, so when I looked at it from that perspective, I wasn't mad at it.
You're not about to expect a calmer kind of person to eat a vindaloo.
True.
Exactly. Exactly. If you give someone
put a little bit of spice in there.
Put a little bit in there, like the Stormzy verse.
Yeah,
it's not a bad verse.
It's not a bad verse, but as a rap fan, I'm not happy with it.
It was very
I'm not happy with it.
It was very light.
I'm not happy.
It was very light.
But when you look at now, when you look
LITE.
Yeah.
When you look at a lot of the fans as well of Ed Sheeran, they'll be like, what? You'll have like the younger version, but then you'll have your older women that are like someone's like mom or grandma or something like that.
I can attest to that.
They do not want to hear Stormzy going bar for bar. Yeah.
Could you imagine?
Can you see where I'm going with this now?
Yeah.
So when you put it all into the context of Ed Sheeran being like, okay, I have to still make something for my fans, but I also want you to know that this is the kind of culture that I like and where I've come from. How do I make this digestible for you? Yeah. I'm not mad at it.
Yeah. Do you know who likes Ed Sheeran? My girlfriend's little sister and my girlfriend's mum.
That was
Point
exactly.
proven.
Yeah.
They're probably not listening to Stormzy's mixtapes.
Exactly. No, they're definitely not.
So my point
especially
was
like Young Thug.
Yeah.
I just don't want to fuck my auntie. Every time.
He's never gonna outlive that.
He's never gonna.
We're expecting a whole new album from him, and that's all I'm gonna be waiting for.
I really want him to lean super into the skid on that one.
No.
Give me a whole track about how it was.
I'm not sure.
Because then we can get LaFleur's reaction to it.
So
Sam,
my
talk on
opinions
Ed Sheeran.
on this album are similar to with
Government name.
Sorry, beep beep. Similar to DJs with less
Glad it wasn't
Viv.
just me.
So I agree. This album was for Ed Sheeran fans, not necessarily to open the world up to Ed Sheeran. It was open Ed Sheeran's world up
to
the rest of the world.
Yeah.
So yeah, when you say that, like, if you remove actually seeing the features and you press play back to back or front to back, you will see that this is just Ed and his friends, or Ed and his influencers, making music together.
I also have to say as well, because shout out to Keelan, we was talking about this yesterday. He said that everything sounds very safe.
Yes,
and
the features.
100%.
Cardi's verse sounds very
everything's
safe.
safe. Like,
Travis does exactly what Travis does.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think the track with Travis and the track, is it the last one, the one with Meek Mill and A Boogie?
Yes,
that's one of 1,000 Nights.
Those two songs for me are the best songs on there.
Okay,
and they're not incredible.
AJ,
it is exactly what I said it was going to be.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
It's
you're coming in hot to this episode.
it's some phoned in verses and Ed Sheeran belting out some reasonably catchy hooks.
I'm trying to rap.
Yeah, he does try and rap.
I mean, he's done that before. We've seen that. There's nothing. Yeah. It's much like it's the theme of the episode.
I'm so disappointed.
No, you know what though?
It's the theme of the episode, and it's the thing I said before of the worst thing an album can do is to make me feel nothing. And I wasn't mad at this album. I wasn't angry about it. It serves its purpose fine. It does what it's there to do. It was number one. It made some money. It gave some exposure to a lot of other artists. It put Cardi B in front of someone like my mum who would never listen to Cardi B. But they were all phoned in verses. If you're a hip hop fan, you're not going to enjoy this album. They were just...
Yeah.
One thing that always frustrates me with feature verses is when they feel so
shoehorned in.
So separated from the song. Like Cardi B was just like... Someone called Cardi B and was just like, hey, you didn't get to go to Park Life, still want to be involved in British culture, cool.
Wow! He came fully loaded today. Jesus, my chest. My chest.
Oh my gosh.
Will you be quiet?
Was that funny?
God, no, just keep the energy. Keep going.
I wasn't even trying to be funny. Okay. Yeah, you didn't get to go to Park Life, still want to like feel like it, get on this Ed Sheeran album. So she like wrote out a verse. And then there was a really nice like a line that I really liked in Cardi's verse, which is something like dropped an album, then a baby, here's a verse, something like that.
Yeah.
To that effect. Had fucking nothing to do with the song.
Oh, yeah.
She just had a verse and just like mailed it in, and then that was it. Probably hasn't heard the song.
I think
and that makes me mad because
I think this is the most disappointing thing about it, because when we was discussing it, we was all saying from the way that the track list was written out, it said either with or featuring. And we thought that this was going to be, from the name as well, number 6 collaborations project. We thought that all the artists were going to have a lot of involvement.
We gave.
I think that was the most disappointing thing for me. So when I first listened to it, I was like, I fucking hate this. This is awful. It's not anything what like I feel that we've been sold from the rollout.
Yeah, true say.
But then, like when I take it for what it is, I still don't enjoy it. Sonically, is it a bad album? No.
Nope.
It's not a bad album sonically, but I just feel like for anyone that's a rap fan, you're not getting anything there. It serves its one sole function fine.
Yeah.
But other than a couple of I liked Chance's verse. I didn't feel as bad as egregious as some of the other ones to me. Shall we talk about the Eminem 50 Cent track?
I was about to say...
Should we just get it out of the way?
One sentence, go, because I could wax lyrical about this track. That's not a good thing, actually, no.
Didn't I say that it was going to feel like Eminem's, what was it, Ass Like That?
It didn't.
It felt like a fucking... When you make like a glass of cordial, when you're running out and you just put that little drop in just so the watercolor changes. that was like the version of Ass Like That. It felt like
weak.
Eminem was better than 50 Cent.
Yeah, I'll give you that.
Yeah,
I definitely.
But that's
give
like
you that.
saying standing in dog poo is worse than standing in cat poo.
I think like I would say that track was probably one of no, not even one of the most disappointing track on the album.
because that was the one that I think everyone. Because let's be fair, okay. Because I know the people in this Fiat 500 gang.
They know both 50 Cent and Eminem.
I've got one specific person that I'm thinking of. Obviously,
You tried to make enemies.
I'm not gonna name drop, but this specific person,
But you's a bitch.
massive,
may as well
massive
just
Ed
tell them where
Sheeran,
they live and everything.
massive Ed Sheeran fan, massive Eminem fan. And I've been in the car with this person before and tried to put on other hip hop, and they've been like, "Fucking turn this shit off." But then every now and then you'll catch a 50 Cent song or the Eminem 50 Cent tracks that have come out in the past. Like they get real turned up for that. So this track,
so specific.
This
track
is very
was
specific.
almost tailor-made for that kind of person. Like,
Shout out Becky.
Wow.
Imagine if you got that name right. I love Ed Sheeran.
So done.
I love Eminem. 50 Cent's cool. Oh my God, he's so buff. And then that song comes out, and you know what? They're probably blasting it in their teal Fiat 500 right now.
Strong.
I think it's called Eggshell, actually.
It is. They call it eggshell. I never seen an eggshell that color, but
And like a quail's egg.
I feel like
I ain't that rich.
I
so.
feel like I can't be involved because I don't know.
I don't know this person either. But
This is very specific.
No, that wasn't personal. Like this person.
No, that was like a police lineup. If they showed me a lineup now, I could point out that.
No, that person.
Becky, you.
That person is archetypal of the Fiat 500 gang.
Okay, fair.
Okay.
I have another. 1 second. Was there any more to be said on this song? Because we know we all disliked it.
Yeah.
There was something that really pissed me off about. Keep talking whilst I find the lyrics. There was something that really pissed me off in the lyrics.
And probably all of them.
Well,
'cause
yeah,
this
most
really
of
hurt
them.
me.
I just thought it was very bad.
The hook in particular.
Very bad.
It was all phoned in. No one listened to anyone. There's like this.
Didn't make sense.
I've
at
got
all.
one point about this entire project, and this song was the like glaring symptom of it. It felt like there was no musical integrity, like integrity of the art.
Yeah.
This was what I was saying to you last week.
Yeah.
First of all, the chorus. Well, let's talk about the name of the song first. It's called "Remember the Name."
Yeah.
You know how much I'm always going to be there and defend Eminem, but it feels like at this point that is what Eminem and 50 Cent are trying to make you do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Please don't forget about me. I'm here too. Just leave it alone. The chorus is fine. But what I didn't like was that by the end of it, it was, if you listen to the last chorus, the very end of the song, it's all three of them singing it at the same time.
Yeah.
And I'd
Sort of
never
just
wanted that.
mashed on top of each other.
It sounds horrible.
sounds bad. Like when Eminem was singing his chorus, that made sense. I got it. It's like we got the verse and then the chorus. Same for 50 Cent, same for Ed Sheeran. That was great. That worked. I liked that. The construction of the song was fine. Don't put all three of them together. Somebody stepped into the studio, looked at Logic and went, got an idea.
Yeah.
And then like stole the trackpad or the tablet and just crammed it together and pressed play, and then everyone was like, genius.
Yeah.
Genius. And it was just awful. And there's actually a line in the last verse which I think sums up how they all felt about this song.
Spit it,
which was,
Shady.
I got rap locked and I'm already paid. It's like they'd been paid before they'd written these bars. They didn't care. And their paycheck wasn't dependent on the quality of the bar.
The only thing else that I have to say about this is 50, you owe us money now.
Yeah, 50. I'm
Run
gonna
us our money for listening to that trash.
Oh, God.
I'm coming to collect.
send a letter in the post.
Yeah. I'm coming to collect.
Check.
Oh, yeah.
Suspected.
But let's just... We were talking last week about these lyrics. Ain't nobody cold as me. I dress so fresh, so clean. You can find me in my whip, rocking my Fendi drip. Man, you know what I mean.
That's so bad.
That's truly
That's
awful
so
lyrics. That's like the kind of
That's
lyrics
the man
that...
who wrote "Patiently Waiting."
That's the kind of lyrics that
Patiently
I would,
Waiting.
that I would
That's
write down.
Debating whether or not's for me.
That's
I
the kind of
refuse.
lyrics that you would write down as like a 12-year-old and go, oh, I'm going to be famous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm a rap god.
Because he got whip, Fendi drip, and then the worst bit, the most egregious part of that entire like 4 lines to me when I heard it was, man, you know what I mean.
That's so poor. If anyone follows me on Twitter,
There are so many more words that rhyme with clean.
anyone who follows me on Instagram, will know I am a sucker for the art of lyricism. And I will continue to talk about how rap is poetry. Rap is the new literature. Rap is better than Shakespeare, and I will forever say this.
Yeah.
That was ridiculous.
That was awful.
I can't argue against 50 Cent. Give me something to work with when I have to fight these people.
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? Power better be fucking good. Because otherwise,
He better survive another damn fire.
Yeah, because otherwise, 50.
Eminem's
Don't
still
know.
in there talking about himself.
I've
And,
got-
oh, you don't like me anymore. I'm so sad about it. Shut up.
I've got a question that
I
will
feel like
change
the-
topic, but I'll let you
yeah,
finish.
Yeah, I just feel like this whole, not even just this whole song, this whole album, nobody actually cared. Nobody actually cared. They
Very
just
true.
saw the check, which was probably very big.
Yeah.
I wish that I had that check.
Yeah, it was
And
guaranteed.
if I had that check, I probably would have cared and put more
I'll
effort
just spit a
in.
verse like 50 Cent too.
I probably could have wrote that.
Hey, he's got the rap lock and he's already
My
paid.
shorts are short, my socks are long.
I mean, I probably could have wrote that, but like, I just don't think anyone cared. I think when you get, when you're Ed Sheeran and you're not from this culture as well, I don't think they're like, oh, I need to spit a hot fire verse. They're just like, oh yeah, just whatever.
Yeah. I think this for me is the same problem that we have with a lot of these kind of albums. There's not a lot of love put into them. There's exceptions, of course,
True say.
but things like a DJ Khaled album, something like this, there's rarely love put into the verses. They're just making tracks.
Oh, we again back to my conversation. Yeah, we had a great conversation yesterday, me and Keelan. We was going through. So I said because this album wasn't bad sonically, but he was like it wasn't creative. There was nothing there. We used Adele as an example.
Wow.
So Adele, incredible voice,
Yeah.
great to listen to.
Yeah.
Is she creative?
No.
Not unless she's just
she-
broken up with somebody.
Does she do the same thing all the time?
Yep.
Yeah.
And he was like, that's what he's mad at. Like,
Education.
and like I get that, and it's like I feel like that is why I'm still kind of angry with this album, but at the same time I'm accepting it for what it is. But is that you shouldn't just
Has
accept
anybody
the
listened
lack
to
of
the
creativity.
has anyone listened to the previous collaborations project? Because I didn't know that there was one until someone pointed it out to me.
Well, I'm assuming that there's 5 of them, other ones.
I don't think there's 5.
I just
Number system doesn't work for me there, then.
But there is a
I just assumed that this was
Yeah.
like number 6 in like a sequel
series.
thing.
no.
that
So
he was
there is
doing.
a number 5 collaborations project, which somebody showed me the track list, and it's actually.
Nah, I'm not going to get
I'm
gassed
not
by the
gonna
track
get-
list
I'm
now.
not-
Yeah,
no, this is
he's
the
got
thing.
me- fool
I'm
me
not
once,
getting
can't
gassed.
fool me
I'm not
twice.
getting gassed about it anymore. But just listen to this.
Okay.
Let's go through some of these. So it's 2011 for context, because
Okay.
there's some names in here that you don't hear much of anymore.
2011. Let me try and guess names.
That was
that'll
the
be on
Wiz
there.
Khalifa era.
Yeah,
Wiz
but I think
Khalifa,
we're
Mac
going to be
Miller,
getting like
Pittsburgh Boys.
There's some really good names in here. Don't get me
Tinchy,
wrong.
Dappy.
No.
That,
so-
but that was when Ed Sheeran was like in his American bag.
Okay. Ooh.
So
2011.
we got. I'm not going to go through the whole tracks. I'm just going to give you the features.
Yeah.
Devlin,
Yep.
Okay.
Wiley, P Money,
Oh, I was very close.
JME,
Okay.
Me Kill Pain,
Yeah.
Gets,
Yeah.
Sway,
Yeah.
Wretch 32,
Yeah.
and Dot Rotten.
Yeah. Okay. For
You might have just sold me a bag.
you, sir, have made a sale.
Fuck you, Ed Sheeran.
Yeah. I'm so angry at that. I kind of would have to go listen
I'm gonna
to it
have
now.
to go and listen to this
Yeah.
now.
So go back and listen, and then we'll talk about that. We'll talk about an 8-year-old album on next week's episode.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that was a thing.
Neither did I.
I'm gonna have
Didn't really
to
care.
like.
We have to. It's going to make a comparison to talk about.
Yeah.
And do you know what?
8
The
years
hooks.
is a long
Do you know
time.
what Ed Sheeran does do really fucking well? He does a great hook.
Yeah,
does.
that's true.
He writes
does.
and he belts out a great hook. And you know what? I'm not going to take it away from him. I'm not going to take this album away from him. It's not terrible. It doesn't offend me.
It's not sonically bad. It's just not.
Word of the day.
Can you